This segment brought to you by Sure Crop, liquid crop nutrition delivered right to your farm.
We're back, and Angie Toews now talks with Kim Dirks about Tyson Foods.
Angie Toews, we are talking with Kim Dirks today, and can you tell me what, when we think of Tyson, what should we be thinking?
Well, Tyson's a very diverse company. I mean, historically Tyson was a chicken company, and it's really not anymore. We're very much a protein company. I mean, we've got chicken, but we've got beef, we've got pork, but we've got a lot of other diverse products, like we're the biggest leather tanner in the U.S. We make tortilla chips, we make peanut butter sandwiches, jerky. There's a little bit of everything out there. So that's what the Tyson of today is.
And so for the Tyson of today, what should we be thinking about as far as sustainability?
Well, we like to look at sustainability in a very holistic fashion. I mean, we have 5 categories we put our sustainability efforts in: animals, community, environment, workplace, and food. As we work on these sustainability efforts, we do not do single solutions. I mean, we just don't focus on water. We just don't focus on greenhouse gases or things like that. It needs to be a systems level approach. So if we're working on something, say in animal welfare, then we're going to stretch that out into, environmental impacts. It's got team member impacts. So that way we're touching all these different bases at the same time, and we're having a much broader impact that way.
And so is there any one item that comes to the top of the chain that is more important than something else?
I don't think anything is more important than anything else. I mean, all these have merit. All these have concerns to our consumers. So we view all these equally.
And looking down the road, when we talk about the U.S. roundtable and different aspects like that, where do we expect to see Tyson at in that?
Tyson's a very active participant in many groups. I mean, part of sustainability is making sure we've heard everybody's voices, and also that we participate in these groups to make sure our voice is heard too. But at the end of the day, the best sustainability approach is where everybody's worked together, shared their feelings, and come to some common consensus.
And I know that every aspect, from the producer all the way up to your business, sees sustainability at a different level, a different product. And how do you see that being cohesive?
And that's one of our challenges. I think we really are working hard to try and integrate sustainability across the entire supply chain for Tyson. Defining that is, with just one metric, is difficult. It's easy for Tyson as a company to do that for our operations. One of the things we're working on going forward is making sure, how do we explain this for start to finish, from calf to box?
And do you think that it is a simple conversation that we can get people that are walking into our local grocery stores involved in? Because I think there's a very good point that they hear the word sustainable, but they're not really understanding it.
Yes, that's one of the big challenges today, is everybody's got a different opinion on what sustainability is. But to your point, yes, we need to be able to have this simple discussion with whoever walks in, picks up a package of our product, and making sure that they're comfortable and they understand, here's what this is, sustainability means for this type of product.
And when we talk about that long term, what kind of impact are we leaving, and what kind of footprint are we leaving with that?
Our goal is to leave things better than what they were when we found them today. I mean, to me, that's what sustainability is really about, is we've improved something. Not that we've simply stopped something and stabilized it, it's gotten better. And I think that's our challenge going forward, with my generation, yours, everybody that's following us.
And if we're looking at one thing that comes to the top when we want to push this forward, where do we see that in the next 10, 15 years?
I think the challenge is going to be more, how, as you mentioned earlier, how do we integrate this entire supply chain discussion into one single point that we can talk about? It's such a complex issue, but that's something we need to solve, and it's something I know we're working on today, and in fact everybody that was on the panel discussion today is working on too.
Thanks, Angie. Come back after this break for this week's Kansas Farm Bureau update.